Welcome to this lovely evening. All cricket evenings are lovely anyway. But this is an evening of celebration, of recognition, of savouring the nice things about Indian cricket. We've had a lot of nice things in recent times, so it's going to be one of those evenings, a sort of feel good. We're all going to be happy being here today. Castrol evenings, for some of you who've been here at Castrol evenings, are always simple, happy affairs. And we hope today will be no different as well. Indian cricket's on a bit of a high. There are a few young men here who've given us a huge high over the last 3 months. I'm not saying only the last 15 days, but over the last 3 months. And we'll try and keep that spirit going throughout. But I'm not the host for this evening. The person who's been hosting it all these years is Naveen Kshatriya, who's Managing Director of Castrol India. And between you and me, actually likes coming up here and welcoming people. So I thought, Naveen, why don't you come and welcome everybody in?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It really gives me great pleasure to invite all of you to this very special and I think a unique event where we have the 10th event of Castrol Awards for Cricketing Excellence, kind of synchronized in a year which is celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of the Indian Test cricket. And what a great thing to have the champion of Indian cricket yesterday, today and tomorrow. Thank you very much.
The Castrol Awards for Cricketing Excellence, we've believed over the years, have been India's most prestigious awards. And we're going to celebrate that great journey this evening. The past, present and the future of Indian cricket have always been honoured on Castrol evenings, and hopefully we'll do that today as well. Cricket will be the link today, the link across generations of cricket. And this only happens because one generation protects and nurtures the game so that another generation can play it. If one generation doesn't protect it, there isn't a game for another generation to play. If there's no one to take the baton from, as they say, there is no race to run. Rohit Sharma is here. His father's childhood heroes are here. That's how long this journey has been. So it's been 75 years of highs, of lows, victories, defeats, players, personalities. But by far the greatest impact in that area was made by, actually to use a slightly more modern expression, a Shahenshah of a cricketer. Everything about him was imperious. Apparently, his walk to the wicket, his attitude to the sport, his batting, his fielding, the aura he exuded. There have never been more stories about any Indian cricketer of the era than him, about the command he wielded over his men. None other than the great C.K. Naidu is the Castrol cricketer of the era 1932 to 1947. I'm so happy on behalf of Castrol to welcome the one and only C.K. Naidu's daughter, Chandra Naidu herself. Chandra, can you please come up on stage? Chandra Naidu herself, a great lover of cricket and of languages. Combination of cricket and language that grows increasingly irrelevant. So thank you very much for coming, ma'am. We're not going to let you go away, ma'am, so you'll have to handle this one for me.
Had one day or even this 2020 cricket existed in his times, I think all the 20 overs he would have hit 1 6 or a 4 or a 6 and a 4. That is how he would have scored.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming up.
And, yeah. And I'm delighted to be here this evening.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. The 1950s witnessed many outstanding individual performances because India was still a cricket team finding its feet at the international level. But there were moments to savor, many moments to savor. But by far, India's most influential cricketer was the extraordinary Vinubhai Mankad. He's also our Castrol cricketer of this era. And the Mankad clan is represented by his son. Can I call Atul Mankad to come on stage? With Atul, it's fantastic to have you here. Three brothers, all of whom played first-class cricket. Ashok Mankad went on to play Test cricket. Thank you very much, Atul. Thank you very much, Howard. I thought it might be interesting to have a little chat about cricket in that era because we are very, very fortunate there are some people here. Nari Contractor is here. Tough opening batsman. Nari Contractor was captain of India himself. Scored a century in each innings on his Ranji Trophy debut. Scored a century in his last innings as well. Were you in awe at all of walking out with Vinu Mankad?
We were walking out. I still remember Vinu telling me, દીકરા જો બોલ મળે એટલે જ દે. That was his attitude towards opening batting.
India was gathering experience now. The first overseas series win had arrived, 67-68, and it came under a charismatic and a strong personality. At 21, Tiger Pataudi lost an eye. It's interesting for a lot of people here in this room to imagine batting without an eye, just an eye. And he said his first-class innings he played after that, he picked the lower of the two balls that was coming at him, and it turned out that was the correct one. He estimated he lost 50% of his batting ability and he averaged 35. But he nurtured a whole set of players and the legend of the spin quartet took shape. Unfortunately, Tiger couldn't make it to the function. That's physically, of course. He's very much here, though, on tape. Let's listen to what Tiger has to say.
Extremely honoured and very happy. But I'm also a little surprised, actually, because there were several cricketers who I thought were better players than me. But I'm obviously greatly honoured that you have thought that I was worth it. I think we were the first side to beat a country abroad, going way back to 68, when we beat New Zealand. I think that was the happiest moment of my career. Apart from congratulations and the wonderful enthusiasm I saw, the sudden improvement in the fielding and the throwing and running between wickets, is that we have a huge amount of talent.
He's always a man of very few words, Tiger. But Tiger Pataudi is the Castrol Cricket of the era 1961 to 1971. It's an era that is very well represented here. Three of that spin quartet are here, including the man whose action I spent hours trying to copy, B.S. Chandrasekhar. I threatened to do his action here again, but he recoiled in horror, so I didn't. But let me go first to the man we talked about on the tape, Erapalli Prasanna. So if you've got a microphone somewhere around there. You've spoken to me on earlier occasions about Tiger Pataudi. He was a quiet man, wasn't he? How much did he do and how much did he allow the bowlers to do when you were bowling under him?
Let me honestly tell you one thing is, the greatness of his captaincy lies in he could anticipate what I wanted to do all the time.